Today we'll be starting with the AWS, okay, where we'll try to learn the AWS cloud, okay. So till now, you know few things that how to launch the EC2 instance, how to connect with the EC2 instance. These things all of you know, okay. Now, today we are going to understand more than that. So just give me a second. These all machines don't require, so let me tell you. Okay. So whenever you log in, right, so the first services tab, here you will be getting all the services list supported by the AWS. Okay. For different requirement like compute, containers, database, all their services they divided it. Okay. In that multiple options are there. Similarly, here you are seeing here this Mumbai region. Here you can select any of the regions. Okay. Whichever the region you want to work in. Okay. Mostly if we are in India, so we'll be choosing the Mumbai region because that is the nearest. If somebody is in the USA, they will choose any of the region which is nearest to them, like that way. Similarly, here you will be getting your account details, everything if you want to do. Okay, if you want to directly run the AWS CLI command from here only, okay, that you can write it here. Okay, so if somebody want to just write the command and want to interact with the AWS cloud, they can do it from here in this cloud cell itself. Okay, so something like this it will come. Okay, and here whatever the command they want to run it, so they can run it here like this way, and they will get some output. Okay, like in my case, I have a S3 bucket created with this name, so they are clearly showing here. If I want to launch a EC2 instance from here, that also we can do. These all things we are going to learn. Okay, how to write this F3ls command or how to start the EC2 instance, everything. So you don't have to worry about. Okay, but I'm just showing you that this is the way how to interact with the AWS from the command line format also. Other than this, to Linux machine, I already shown you how to launch the Linux machine and how to connect. Okay, hope all of you are aware about it because all of you done the Git practical, Linux practical there itself. Okay. Today our first learning will be just let me check have I uploaded the document to you or not. Yeah, I uploaded this document AWS Hands Lab 1. Okay. So the first thing today we are going to see is how to launch the Windows machine. Okay, Windows machine on the AWS cloud. Till now, every time we are launching the Linux machine only. Okay. Now to launch the Windows machine, again, same thing. You have to come to the instances tag. Okay. After searching the EC2, you land to this instance page. Here you have to click on launch instance button. Okay. And in the launch instance button, you have to select, take an example. I am going to launch the Windows machine. So I will just write Windows Cloud 24 like that way. Okay. All of you are going through it, right? Like whatever I am telling you, you are able to understand. Nobody have any confusion, right?
Yes.
If at if at any point anybody is feeling difficulty or something, because this is totally new thing we are starting. Okay. So you can point it out that time, or you can keep it in chat. I will take it from there. Okay. So you don't have to worry about it. So just here we have to give the Windows name, whatever the name you want to give your machine. Then previously we are choosing the Amazon Linux, right? This time I want to launch the Windows machines. I will be selecting here Windows. Okay, normal thing. If you somebody want to use the Mac OS, you have to go with the Mac OS. But make sure Mac OS does not comes under the free tier. If you are using this, there is no option called free tier here. That means you are going to pay for it. Microsoft Windows, it is coming under the free tier. That's why it is written here. Okay, so if something is coming under free tab, then only it will be free. I'm choosing the Windows Server 2022. You can choose some different version also. Okay, there are so many options here. Some are free tier. So if you see starting 6 to 7 are only free tier. These all are paid like that. I'm going to by default one. Now instance type. So you know that Windows machine require more resources. Okay, it is not preferable to run the Windows machine in less than 2 GB RAM or 4 GB RAM. But here I am going to launch it on the 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU only, T2.micro, because this is the only thing we are getting free tier. Okay. And after giving the instance type, we have to select the key pair also. Okay. So I am selecting a key pair. You can create a new key pair also, or previous key pair also you can use it. Okay. Now in the security group, previously anybody remember in the Linux side what was the option it was coming, which port was by default open in case of the Linux? Anybody remember? In place of RDP, what was written there? How PuTTY is connecting to the Linux machine? By which protocol? Remember? Or on which port on the Linux we are connecting? Like if you want to connect to any Linux machine, which port you will require the access? No? Port 22, if you remember. 22 port SSH protocol, right? Windows connect with the RDP protocol. That's why here the option RDP is coming. And a storage by default in case of the Linux 8 GB was coming. Here 30 GB is coming because you know that Windows require more storage. Okay. Because this will be totally graphical one. And I'm going to click on launch instead. I want to launch only one instance. So that's why not required to change the number of instance or something. But you will see that in few seconds, this instance will be running Windows Cloud 24. Let me just select the running instance. Okay, now this is running. First, this in Windows machine is running. Now, how to connect to this machine? You simply have to click on this box, click on connect. Okay, and make sure this is the Windows machine. So by default, Windows user can connect it. Okay, for Mac OS people, you have to use some third-party software to connect. Okay, so this is the thing. So when we clicked on the connect button, so we have to go to the RDP client option. Okay, there they are saying that if you want to connect, okay, using RDP, so this is the RDP in Windows. By default we get it. Okay, in other one you have to download this remote desktop connector. So once we are getting this RDP client, simply we have to click on this download remote desktop file. They are asking that we want to download this file. I'll be downloading it in some location here. So taking something, I'm downloading it. Okay, so I'm downloading this. So whatever the RDP file downloaded, simply save that file, and that's all. Now try to open this RDP file after saving. Okay. So when I am opening this file RDP file, they are saying that do you want to connect anyway? Okay. So simply click on connect. Now they will try to connect to this machine 13.233.163.216. This is the IP of my EC2 instance, which is running in the cloud. Okay. So they are trying to communicate with that. But after communicating, they got to find, okay, that username is administrator, but we require some password also to connect, right? It is not like anybody from the world can connect to this machine or something. Somebody will have the password access, like in case of the PuTTY also, somebody will have the PIM file or the PPK file, then only they can connect. So we have to find the password. Here you are seeing there is an option called get password is there. If I click on this get password, so they are saying you have to upload your private key file. Like there is a private key file you already downloaded previously, Cloud 24 key, that you have to upload it here. So I'm simply clicking on upload and I have to download that. So which folder I have? Okay, just give me a second. Let me find it. Okay, so this is the Cloud 24 key file. That is the PIM file that I have. Okay. That same file I have to upload. We have to upload the PIM file, not the PPK file. Okay. And if you don't have, so whenever you are launching the instance, that time only create a new key. Okay. and that only attached to your EC2 instance. So you have to upload the new key file only. Okay, so always select the same key pair in which you already having the PEM file and the PPK file available with you. Okay, and that's why in the starting only I told you. So this is a thing, and simply click on decrypt password. A password will be provided to us. This password I have to just copy it. Okay, and I have to paste it here. If this password will be correct, then it will be able to connect it. I clicked OK. Now they will try to communicate again with the password. And now simply press yes. And if everything will be perfect, we'll be able to see the Windows screen now. We'll be able to see the black screen, but soon you'll be able to see the Windows also. Now see, whatever the Windows screen you are seeing it now, this is not my Windows machine. Okay, this is the Windows machine coming from the AWS cloud. Okay, and currently it is loading because this is the graphical user interface. Okay, so it will be definitely slower because it is running on the 1 GB RAM, everything. That is the first thing. Second thing, we are communicating over the internet, so it will totally depends on our network speed also. Okay, so this is a new Windows machine. Okay, that is running on the AWS cloud. Okay, let me show you. If I'll minimize it, so see, this is my Windows laptop, right? In this, the RDP software, that RDP software help us to communicate with us. So they are saying that this is the public IP if your instance, it is running with the T2.micro AP South 1A, whatever the things I want to do. Like I want to open the file explorer, I'll be able to see all the details here. 30 GB storage is there, 29.9 GB because I allocated that one. Whatever the files you want to create, if you want to access the internet, everything you can do, like whatever you want to do till now. Okay, in the Windows laptop you can do it here also. So is this clear, that Windows connectivity? Anybody have any confusion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and similarly, if you don't want to communicate, so simply you have to simply close this button. It will shut down your connection from there. Okay, but your instances are still running here. Okay, now if you don't want to use this instance, so simply you can come here, you can stop this instance like that way. Okay, but whenever I am going to start this instance again, what is going to happen? This public IP will change automatically. Okay, because this public IP is randomly getting allocated, right? Whenever I will start this machine again, a new public IP will be allocated. So let's wait to make this instance stop. Then I will show you. Currently it is in the stopping state. Okay, now it is a stop. And if I'll refresh this, so you'll see that there is no public IP associated to this Windows Cloud 24. Okay. But as soon as I'm going to start this machine again, say definitely random IP address, a totally new IP address will be going to come. So let it start. Now it is running. So it will come here and you'll see, so see a totally different IP address is there. Again, if I want to connect, click on connect button. But do you think that the previous RDP is going to work, like whatever the file previously I downloaded? If I'm going to click on this previous RDP file is still trying to connect to this particular IP only, 13.233.163. But my IP of my EC2 instance got changed. So now if I'll try to connect it, it is going to fail because there is no instance running with this IP now. Is this making sense to all of you? that this RDP file is still connecting to previous IP only, so it is not going to work.
Yeah.
So that means whenever we are restarting our EC2 instance, okay, so this type of the error will come. Then again we have to download that remote desktop file. Again I will be downloading it, saving it. The new file, the new RDP file, whichever I downloaded, if I'll try to open this, this is going to be connected to 65075. This is my current IP. I will connect it. Whatever the password we allocated, that password you can again decrypt the password, or if you already copied that password, you can directly paste it also. Every time decrypting the password will be exactly same. So I already copied the password. Or you can simply again click on get password and again upload the same PEM file. Okay, and again the same password will be generated. Okay, click on yes. And see, again we are going inside the Windows machine. So now there is one problem in this type of the setup is every time our machine is going to be shut down and started it again. So again, we have to download the RDP file and we have to share it with our employee or with our customer, whoever is using this machine. Okay. So this is the problem here. Now what you have to do is, again, let me just shut it down. Okay. But again, we have to download the remote desktop file. If you don't want, okay, if you don't want that this IP should change. Okay. So anybody know in the real world scenario, like if I will search here, my public IP. Okay. So all of you can search about this, my public IP in the Google. Okay. And when you go to the first link, it will show you your current location, right? Where you are connecting with this, from which internet provider you are connecting, from where that IP location is getting provided. Okay. So they will provide you this public IP. This public IP will be going to be the same until and unless I am connecting to the same Wi-Fi. Okay. Again, I am going to disconnect this Wi-Fi and I will connect to some different Wi-Fi. Okay, definitely this public IP is going to change exactly for all of you. Okay, you can go with any of the website. There are so many websites which all gives us the same details. Like this will give you the locations also, something like this. Okay, that we are currently in India. So they are saying that this is the IP address which is allocated to you, that is allocated to the India region, like that way. Okay, so this is my public IP currently. But again, after some time, maybe this public IP will be allocated to some other person. Okay, because it will be every time changing. Okay, but now if we are working on something, we are working on some project, right? So in that case, maybe requirement will come that this public IP address will be fixed. I don't want to change this IP, because just think like this. You are ordering some products from the Amazon or some XYZ website. Okay, so you have to always provide the delivery address, then only product is getting delivered, right? But you given some different address, now you move to some different city, right? And again you are moving to some different city, your product is not going to be delivered like that way, right? You have to fix that address and then only you can say to the Amazon that Amazon, you have to deliver this product at this particular location, and then they will deliver it. So similarly here, this IP is currently changing. But if we want to get some product delivered to our location, right? So we have to fix this IP. If we'll fix this IP, then only that problem can be solved. Now the question is, do you know anybody here the way how to fix this IP, public IP? Like, have you heard about this anytime?
No.
No? Have you heard about the static IP? Anybody?
No.
No? See, a static IP is a service provided by your broadband provider. Okay. Like when you search here, a static IP. Okay. And if you talk about some company like in India, Airtel is a company. Okay. So when we say, so they say that if you want to require a static IP for your business purpose or something, right? So you have to provide us some rental charge on that. Like whatever the broadband plan you are having, you can keep that plan. Along with that, you have to pay some XYZ amount per monthly basis. Okay. And I will provide you a static IP, and that IP will be fixed to you. Okay, so this is about the static IP. They are explaining it here. Okay, if you want, so you can go to some plans or something which is providing the static IP. Like, see, they will charge you around in Indian currency. They will charge around 199 plus GST. Okay, that will be around 235 Indian rupees per month. Okay, and then they will provide you the broadband like that way. So like this way we can ask for. Similarly, AWS Cloud also say that if you want that this public IP of any of your instance, you want to fix it. Okay, you don't want to change it. That means I want a static IP. Okay. So even after stopping that instance and starting it again, I want that same IP should be there, because if same IP will be there, IP address is not going to change. So this RDP file will can connect, right? Or for some other use cases also will require. So the service that provides the static IP in AWS cloud is known as the elastic IP. If you'll see in the networking and security part, there is a concept called elastic IP. Simply you have to click on this elastic IP button. Okay. Currently, you are seeing that there is no elastic IP address found in this region. Simply, you have to click on allocate elastic IP. Now they will say you that you want to allocate the elastic IP. So yes, and simply click on allocate. So automatically they will provide you a IP. They provided me this IP 13.234.249.152. So in the entire world, now this IP belongs to me only. Nobody can other use this same IP. Okay. Now, if I want to attach this IP to any of my laptop, that I can do easily. I will simply select this. I will click on action. Okay. And I will click on associate elastic IP address. Okay. After allocating the IP, I will click on associate and see IP address is not free. Okay. In AWS account up to one IP, they give it free. After that, they will ask you charge. Okay. So it's better once your practical is done, always try to release the elastic IP. Okay. So first click on associate. And I want to attach this elastic IP to some of my machine. Which machine I want to attach? Take an example, Windows Cloud 24 one, and simply click on associate. As soon as I'm going to associate, what will happen is this 13.234 IP, okay, that will be changed here. So this is the Windows machine. Now the Windows machine IP is 13.234. Okay. Now if somebody want to connect to this machine, they can connect it. They can come to this RDP client. Again, they have to download the remote desktop file one more time. Okay, because this time new IP we associated. So this IP file I have to download it. So I'll simply click on download. Okay. And from now this file, anybody can connect to this 13.234. Simply you have to click on connect. Give the password. Click on open. Click on yes. And if everything will be correct, so it will be again connect to the exactly same machine. Okay, and say we are connecting to the same machine again. Okay, EC2 13.234.249.152 like that way. Okay, simply close this to give the connection. But now you know that what is the benefit of this after attaching this elastic IP. Even if somebody is going to stop this instance, okay, if somebody is going to stop this instance like this, okay, basically shutting down, still this IP will be associated with this machine. Okay, like if I refresh this page, here you will see all these machines are stopped machine, right? In this stopped machine, there is no public IP. Okay, any of the machine you will see in the stopped machine, okay, they don't have any public IP here. Okay, but when you'll see that this Windows Cloud 24 is going to be stopped also, but I still will be able to see the public IP there. So let's wait. Yeah, now it is a stop. If I'll click here, still this 13.234 IP is associated here because this is now linked with this. Okay. Until and unless I'm not going to remove it from the elastic IP concept. Okay, this will be fixed with this machine only because we are paying some charges to them, right? Either in the real world case using the broadband provider, you can get the static IP, or from the AWS like cloud service also you can get the elastic. Okay, and this is important if you want that somebody can give this public IP I want to give to somebody, that whenever you want to reach to this laptop, you can come with this public IP. Okay. In this type of the scenario, it will be really useful. Now it is not like I can connect to only this machine. Okay. I can come here, the exactly same elastic IP. I can come here, I can click on action. I want to deassociate this elastic IP. First, I want to remove it from that particular EC2 instance. Once we deassociate it, then again I want to associate this elastic IP to some different EC2 instance. That also I can do. Like take an example, I want to associating with the Ansible server machine. As soon as I am going to associate, you'll see in the instance section, if I'll refresh this, now the Cloud 24 will not have any IP. They don't have the IP because elastic IP we attach to this machine. Okay, and see this 13.234K. So now when this machine will be started, so you can use the putty to connect using this machine using the same public IP. Okay, so like this way also you can do. So any confusion in this elastic IP concept, anybody? Yeah, somebody was saying something.
Good.
Your sound is breaking.
No, no, we are good. A
Yeah.
message.
Okay. Now, if somebody will ask you that what is the use case of the elastic IP, okay, so just you have to understand that elastic IP means nothing, just a static IP, and the word static itself say that we are fixing the IP address. Okay, public IP usually get changed. If you want to fix the IP address, so we can use the concept of elastic IP. And simply, if you don't require, so you can come to the elastic IP option. Okay, first you have to deassociate this elastic IP from any of the EC2 instance if it is connected. Then you can click on action release. Once you'll release this IP, that means I'm giving this IP again back to the AWS cloud. Now I don't require it. Okay, so then I will be click on release. And now since there is no elastic IP address is visible here, that means AWS is not going to give any charge to us. So just keep that in mind. And you can follow this document like whatever the things I shown you till now. Okay. So basically you'll see that this is the way how to launch the instance, creating the password, connecting it, all these things is mentioned here. Then the concept of the elastic IP, okay, how to attach the elastic IP, how to connect it, that I shown you here. Then after elastic IP concept, we'll be covering the concept of the storage service. Okay, storage service basically there are different types of the storage service provided by the AWS cloud. Okay, the first storage that is quite popular is the S3 bucket. Okay, so S3 storage is just like a Google Drive. Okay, whatever the things you can do in the Google Drive, exactly same thing you can do in the S3 also. Okay, and little bit more than also. In Google Drive also we upload some file, okay, and we get the shareable link that we can share it with somebody. Okay, like see, just think like this. This is a folder that we created on the Google Drive. Okay, inside that folder I created two more folder. Like there is a images folder. Inside this I uploaded some image, right? So if I'm going to click this and I will click on copy URL here. Okay, and if I'm going to paste it in the browser, I am able to see this image, right? So this is just a shareable link. I can share this link to anybody. Like if I'm going to give it in the chat, this shareable link, and anybody is going to open this link, you'll be able to see the exactly same images from any part of the world. Just check, are you able to see this image or not? Able to see?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So how we can achieve this? Okay. So to understand it, let me show you one thing. I'm deleting this bucket. For deleting this bucket, first I have to delete these all folders, everything. So let me just delete it. And in S3 bucket, okay, whatever the files you are uploading inside this now, we say it as a object. Okay, and that's why this bucket is known as the object-based storage. Okay, where you are uploading the files, documents, videos. So all these things will be termed as an object here. So I'm just deleting this bucket. Now what you have to do is you have to simply come to the S3 service. You will get this type of the page. Simply you have to click on create bucket. Okay. And S3 you can always search it from here. Okay. By clicking on this S3 button, you can click on that and you will land to the same page. Now in this you have to give the bucket name. Your bucket name should be unique in the global namespace. Okay. Like whenever you create a username, create Twitter username or something. So you have to always create the username that should be globally unique. Okay, so similarly here also, whatever the bucket name you are giving, okay, that should be globally unique. Like if you are giving a simple bucket name like test123 or something like that, maybe that bucket name is already taken by somebody in the world. Okay, so you cannot use it. So just give this bucket name like this way. I am giving this name. I want to create this bucket in the Mumbai region. That's why we give an AP South one. You can select any of the region. Okay. And then I'm not doing anything, just I am removing this tick block all public access because I want that all of you can able to access the website, everything or whatever the data I'm uploading here. So just only one thing's we done. Everything will be same. Give the bucket name, remove this block all public access, click on I acknowledge, and then click on create bucket. So a bucket will be created. Once this bucket will be created with this name, okay, so they are saying whatever the object is just the file here, okay. Whatever the object you are going to install or upload inside this bucket, okay, that can be public. It is not by default public, but it can be public if you want to, okay, because I enabled the block all public access part that I untick it. That's why they are saying whatever the things you are going to keep it inside this, it can be public. I'm just going inside this bucket. Currently, there is no folder, nothing is uploaded here. So I can simply say I want to create a folder here with the name called images. Okay. And I'm simply clicking on create folder. A folder I created with the name images. Similarly, take an example. I want to create a folder with the name PDF. I will simply click on create folder here. So by clicking on this create folder, you can create the folder. I created the images folder. I created the PDF folder. Now, if somebody want to upload some images to this, okay, so I will simply click on upload button and whatever the image I want to upload, I will click on add files and I will upload it. So take an example, I'm uploading some image here. I'm uploading the same image which I shown you just now. So I'm just uploading it. And after uploading, simply click on upload button and that image is uploaded. Now again, come to the bucket section. So you'll see is the flow. So we created a bucket with this name. Inside this, we created two folders. In the images folder, I uploaded a image. Okay. Now, if I click on this and I will copy the URL, okay, just what I given you, right? So if I'm going to paste it here, okay, yeah. So now it will be not coming. So see, it is showing that access denied. That means I am not able to access this. Okay. Even if you will try to refresh because the same link I given you, okay. Or let me just give you this link again if somebody wants. Just try to refresh this page, you will see that access denied is coming. That means all of you are not able to access this. Right? Are you getting the same thing? Access denied? Yes. Just check it whether you are getting the exactly same thing or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I am getting access denied.
Yeah, because currently we did not make it public. In the previous one, I already had done it. That's why that time you were able to see the image. But this time I created again everything new. So currently it is not enabled. But if I want to make it public, if I select this image, okay, and I will click on action. So there is an option called here downside, make public using ACL. Okay. So they are saying if you want to make public, you can click on this. So anybody in the world can see this. Okay. But currently this option is not clickable. So I cannot click this option, make public using ACL. So to do that, what you have to do is you have to come to the bucket again. Okay. Go inside this bucket. Inside this bucket, there is a permission setting. In this permission, uh, you have to keep coming down. There is an option called object ownership. Okay. And there is an option called ACL. Okay. Currently, see in the ACL, we cannot do anything. And the ACL is the thing which is going to give us the public access everything. Okay. So we have to enable this ACL. To enable this ACL, you have to change this object ownership. And see here, it is clearly saying ACL are disabled. If you want to enable it, you have to click on this edit part of object ownership. And here ACL disabled is there. Simply click on ACL enabled. Click on I acknowledge that I am going to make this public. Save change. Once this ACL is enabled, now I can edit the ACL part everything. So we are not going to edit anything from here. Okay, simply you have to come to the permission section. In the object ownership, you have to click on edit and you have to click on ACL enable. Once you enable the ACL, now you can come to this bucket again, go to the images folder, and you are going to select this image. If you want that this image can be visible by all of them, so simply click on this make public using ACL. Now it can be clickable. Just click on this, click on make public. Now I made this image public. Now if you try to refresh the same page, you'll be able to see this image. Just try to refresh. Able to see? Yes or no? Are you able to see this image or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, if I want to upload some PDF file, I will click here. I will click on upload button. Click on add file. Take an example. I am uploading some PDF file here. And clicking on open. And click on upload. And again, you know that since I uploaded this file now, okay, so if I'm clicking on this copy URL, this is not going to work because we did not make this PDF file public now. Okay. It will be showing as access denied only. But if I want to make public, simply you have to click on action and click on make public using ACL. Once you are making this public, like in the Google Drive also, right? We have to make this all the folders, files, everything public. Then only other people will be have the access. So if I refresh this page, currently here they are directly asking us to download that particular syllabus PDF file. But if I want to visualize this, so simply just copy this link and paste it in the Google Chrome browser. And here you will be able to see that that PDF file will be visible. Okay. Whatever the file, PDF file I uploaded here, everything is visible. Okay. Now I can share this link to anybody who can see my video. Basically the PDF file by just entering the link in the browser. Okay. If somebody want to download it, they can click on this download button and they will be able to download also. Okay. So this type of the shareable link you can easily forward it using with the help of the S3 bucket. Like let me just give you this link also and just you can check it, open it in the Google Chrome browser like that and you'll be able to see it. In some of the browser they directly give the download option only, okay, and in some of the browser they display also. Is it fine?
Yeah.
So this is about the S3 bucket storage. It is exactly similar to the Google Drive. Just you have to practice it, how to use it, okay. And screenshots of the S3 bucket, whatever we done, everything is maintained here, okay. Other type of the storage system like EDS, EFS, all these things will be discussed tomorrow, okay, in the details. But the screenshot of the S3, whatever we done it, you can try. And if you are facing any difficulty or something, then we will try to take it tomorrow. Okay. Anything other than that you want to ask anybody?
No.
No, we are good. I'm good.
No.
So just try to practice this Windows Elastic IP and that's this three concept. Okay. And any of the thing it is not clear or something, then we can take it tomorrow and we can solve your doubt. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.